Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey review of the Florida Panthers 5-3 victory against the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 3 of the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Panthers go into Tampa and take a 3-0 series lead, which means the Panthers have the chance to end the series in game 4 on Saturday. How's everyone doing? Hey, James. Hello, Jameson. Craig says this is the best game of the series so far. Howdy to you, Kilo. Good afternoon, Jackson. Panthers take a 3-0 series lead. Tkachuk scores twice. Montour got a snipe shot. And I believe Reinhardt got a goal as well. And Lawrence, of all people, had the game-winning goal. Brian, all I will say is that the Panthers might want revenge for a certain series of events that transpired 2 seasons ago. Yes, Damien, I saw that Chop Robinson went to the Dolphins. So, a linebacker, maybe he will pair up well with Bradley Chubb. Hey, True says, good morning, Kyle. Boy, do the Panthers look good. So, I saw a tweet this morning from, I believe, the Panthers accounts that says, Lomberg woke up this morning not really feeling good, so he will most likely not return for Game 4, which means the fourth line of Lawrence, Okposo, and Cousins from Game 3 should make an appearance in Game 4 as well. So, in the other game, the Hurricanes hung on to beat the Islanders. They beat the Islanders 3-2 and take a commanding 3-0 series lead of their own. The only series so far in which both teams have at least won a game is, in the Eastern Conference at least, is Bruins Leafs. What's up, Gator Tooth? What's up, Dennis? Yeah, I agree with James. Let Lomberg and Bennett rest. Lawrence and Okposo got this. Fourth line was clutch. I think Okposo had multiple assists. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at the game cast here on ESPN. Matthew Tkachuk opens up the scoring with Lundell and Verhaeghe as the assists. The second line, Lundell has been more than admirable in his role on the second line while Bennett is out. And then in the second period, we went through our usual 10 minutes of torture while Steven Stamkos and Tyler Motz both scored for Tampa. Then Sam Reinhart tied the game about halfway through the second period with assists by Tarasenko and Montour. And then with just 3.5 minutes to go in the second, Montour helped the Panthers take the lead 3-2 with assists by Lorentz and Okposo. So, and then in the third period at the 9:41 mark, Lorentz got what would prove to be the game-winning goal with Cousins and Forsling assists. And then, of course, Nicholas Paul scored for the Lightning. And Anthony Duclair got an assist on that goal. And then Matthew Tkachuk got the empty netter to help seal the victory with Verhaeghe and Forsling assisting. So Verhaeghe got 2 points. Lorenz got a goal and an assist. Okposo, Cousins, and Lorentz all got at least 1 point. So yeah, the fourth line came in clutch, and the second line has been fantastic. Yeah, Panthers need to stay out of the box. Does anyone know if TJ Luxmore is also officiating the next game? Let's see. Dante says, "Good morning, Cats fans. Great day to be a Panthers fan. Let's finish the series on Saturday so the boys can get some rest for the second round. Boys were buzzing last night." Dante says, Stevie got 2 points with less than 6 minutes time on ice. Isn't that something? Is that really all he played was less than 6 minutes?
Who?
Steven Lorentz.
Yeah, Okposo only had like 6:40.
So,
a lot of that power play time has an effect.
yeah. Yeah. That, of course, that's his even strength time on ice. He was not on the short-handed. Yeah, Lorentz only spent 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the ice. Cousins spent 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Okposo spent 6 minutes and 41 seconds, and they all got at least 1 point. And Lorentz got a goal and an assist. Get this, Kyle Okposo. Let's see. In terms of plus-minus rating, Brandon Montour obviously had the best plus-minus rating tonight. Montour's plus-minus rating was +3. Forsling's was +2. But guess who's tied with Forsling for second best plus-minus in this game in forwards? Oh no, excuse me. I read the graph wrong. Montour's +-3 +3. Mikola's plus-minus was +2. But guess who Guess who tied with Mikkola? Guess who tied with Mikkola in terms of second best plus minus rating on the forward front?
It'll be October, right?
It's Lundell and
Oh.
Okposo.
Like I said last night, all the replacements.
And Nick Cousins. Yeah, not one power play for us, ridiculous, but we still hold on. We still hold on to win the game. Hey, Esoteric. Hello, Kids Fun. You love the effort from Forsleen. Love the effort from the voice. Boulevard, we appreciate you not wanting to be a jinx. There shall be no saying of that word, at least not by me or Jaws, until it actually happens. James, yeah, Cousins, Lundell, and Okposo all had a +2 rating. Was Tampa really still chanting refs, you suck? What more do they want? Oh, hello, Fluffy. All right. You ready?
Who's this kid doing my live stream?
This is the indentured servant that you've got.
Yeah. You got it real bad. You're right. I'm only up working 4 hours before you're out of bed. Yeah. All right. So now what the hell are we gonna do? Go ahead, Kyle.
So there was a tweet this morning that said that Lomberg woke up not feeling great this morning. So the fourth line of Lorentz, Okposo, and Cousins will probably also be playing game 4.
Okay. Yeah, just let them rest, keep them the hell away from the team. You know, we don't need anybody else in the team getting whatever he's got. That's for sure.
Kilo Echo November says Stenlin's game was on point.
Yeah, Stenlin's good. Stenlin's a good player, and Okposo did what we needed him to do last night. You know, he was not a liability in terms of getting back on defense and all of that. And then obviously he played well while we had the puck in the zone. And Lorentz has really looked good since he's started playing again late in the season. And you kind of got to figure, you know, he's got really fresh legs. You know, he's a grinder type of guy that's been basically sitting most of the year. So, you know, he's got fresh legs. You can tell. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. So, yeah, Chris, I appreciate that. We're getting there, man. We're getting there. It's that time of year, right? We're just gonna keep pushing it to get to 8,000 by the end. It's up to the Panthers. I need the Panthers to keep winning. You know, although they keep having these short series, it's costing me money.
So
go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, the other game last night, the Hurricanes Islanders. So the Hurricanes made the decision to start. No, the Islanders made the decision to start Ilya Sorokin, and it quickly backfired as he gave up 3 goals on 14 shots before being pulled 7 minutes into the second period.
Jeez. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Bob. How you doing, buddy? Thank you. He says, back from the dead, ban MJ for abuse of power and ban Trey because it's Trey. And then John, thank you, brother. Thank you. Much appreciated, brother. He says there was a tweet. Hold on a second. There was a tweet this morning that Anthony Duclair didn't feel so good this morning, too. I hope we need it going around. You know what I mean? But everybody's going to get some kind of bug. Thank you all. Much appreciated. Yeah, Bob, Bubba, we'll have to. I saw what you said on the chat, and then things got busy, and I didn't realize that you got put into timeout for that, which doesn't make any sense because MJ generally knows you. So I'm just wondering if this is another episode of there's somebody on the sidelines that's not in the chat that's doing it, because remember we had Trey have that issue before. I'll ask MJ, and if he says it wasn't him, I'm going to seriously remove a lot of mods only until to only leave a couple to see what's going on, process of elimination. Because MJ knows you guys. I don't know why he would have done that, but maybe he did. I don't know. We'll have to ask him. Go ahead, Kyle. You thought, well, yeah, I know, but there's some people that aren't so cool with it. Some people that don't think it's cool. We'll just put it that way. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, I was just taking a look at the NBA playoffs. Nuggets took a 3-0 series lead over the Lakers, but both the 76ers and Magic managed to win a game against the Knicks and Cavaliers respectively. So there was no Heat game last night, but
right. Hey, Tom, thank you, brother. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, my friend. He says, let's go Panthers. Didn't forget 2 years ago. It's not yet. You're not wrong. We haven't forgotten. But much like I don't trust the Dolphins if they started off 12-0, I don't trust them to win any games in December, no matter how good they are. I don't trust Tampa to just go quietly into the good night in 4 games. Now, it could happen, but I can only assume that we're going to see their best. And I can only assume we're going to see their best effort on Saturday afternoon, and hopefully, we can, be streaming the Bruins-Leafs game Saturday night with big smiles on our faces, right?
So John says, Jaws, please talk about the depth of this team, especially when Bennett and Lomberg return. 4+ lines of option.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of been saying it all year. We've got a 5th line that most teams would love to have as their 4th line, especially, especially once we got Okposo. And I've given Okposo grief. I mean, he is slow. There's no way around that. But he's really good once he's in the zone. I mean, he really is. But yeah, to be able to pull Lorentz out, and just the irony of we traded Duke for Lorentz, right? And so now here is Lorentz helping to eliminate Duke. That's kind of the way sports works a little bit, right? And yeah, and don't leave out Gadjevich, right? And I had totally forgotten because I saw an AHL highlight from the Calder Cup, and it's a name that nobody here has even brought up in weeks. We totally forgot about. Lockwood scored a goal. So we've got depth for miles, especially in the forward group, and it just speaks to Zito and the scouts, because to be able to take our salary cap situation, and it's like, okay, you've got to fill these 4 or 5 spots, and you have basically minimum wage to fill it, and to be able to do it with the quality players that he has, it may lead to us not being able to keep them all, right? But for now, things are rolling.
So
Go ahead, Kyle.
I saw that this last night was apparently Kyle Okpozo's first playoff game since 2016.
Yeah.
Hello, Frank. He says,
Hey, Frank.
148 hits, most in NHL history. Someone said that on Twitter. Is that true?
Yeah, I saw the graphic. It didn't feel like it though, right? But maybe maybe the TV stations are not showing it as much. Maybe a lot of the hits are happening away from the puck and away from the play, or maybe we're just kind of used to it, so it doesn't stand out to us anymore. It could be that. I know, Kyle and I are watching these other games. We're watching Boston, Toronto, and some of the other games, and we're so spoiled from watching the Panthers play defense that the other team's defense, by comparison, we're sitting there going, this is terrible defense. And the announcers will be like, it's a tight defensive game. And we're like, you want to bet? Because I think we've gotten spoiled. I think we have forgotten what it's like to have a human defense.
So Okpozo got to put the puck on the cup run boards.
Nice.
I think Bobrovsky got the game puck for game 1. Who got the game puck for game 2?
I think Barkov got it and gave it. No, 2, I don't know. I think first one was Barkov got it and gave it to Bob. Is that sound right? I think that's what I heard. Bob says for Hagee, that makes sense.
Hagee.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then Jameson says Tampa #1 power play in the league, 0 for 4 last night. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
So far, the PK has done incredible work.
Yeah, and especially considering,
twice we were without Forsling.
Yeah. How many times have you seen Forsling get called twice in a game? I can't remember. Maybe one time in his career. Like I said last time to recap, the first one and the last one, okay, but the 2 middle penalties, they were just bad. And, you kind of figured one of 2 things was going to happen, and I'm happy with the way that it did. You kind of figured they'd stop at 4-0, right? or they'd give us one just so that they could give Tampa another one. I was just waiting for the Tampa power play with a minute and a half left. So yeah. Yeah, Damien, I got a video coming out. I recorded it before this. He's asking about Chop Robinson, about the Dolphins. I got a short video coming out about that after we're done here. Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah. Well, Kenneth says.
Kenneth is right. Yeah. That's actually true. It goes on that way during the year. Every penalty Forsling gets, he gets a point later on in the game. That dude is just, he is, who said it? Yeah, Rosado says, I want a Forsling jersey. I agree there.
Mike says, how about Lorenz? That kid has really become a great player for us. Solid 4th line role. I think it's crazy we didn't even get 1 power play. No way Tampa played that clean all game.
So when we got Lorenz, a funny thing happened. I tweeted out that I was giving. Well, hold on a second. First of all, thank you, Steven. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Steven.
Much appreciated. Thank you. When we got Lorenz, I tweeted out something on Twitter. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was trying to be complimentary of Zito, but sometimes the way I talk doesn't come off what I'm trying to say it doesn't come out right. And what I basically alluded to was that we, gave away Duke and we don't have and we got the guy. I called Lawrence the next Mason Marchment. And it was really weird because I had watched some highlights and I thought he had a little bit more potential. And it was just weird because everybody kind of not everybody, but a lot of people kind of jumped on me. They thought I was being critical of the fact of making the move and everything like that because they thought that I was being critical and saying it was a negative when I called him the next Mason Marchment. So the point being is that, he didn't look all that great during the regular season when he first started playing with us. You're just kind of like, I'd rather have Lomberg, Gadjevich, anybody out there. Then he sat all that time. And since he's been playing again, he's like a shot out of a cannon. He's out there, he's really, really playing well. And good on him, good on Zito, making Zito look good right here. I mean, especially, the contrast and comparing with Duke being out there. Man, it is so strange for me personally after just like you, because you guys know, if you watch the football channel, I'm as jaded as I am jaded with a capital J. The Dolphins could get all the picks in the draft, and I'd be like, let me talk to me in December. You know what I mean? So it's weird for me as a fan after all the years of the Dolphins and the Panthers to have that level of confidence in Zito to just know that it's the opposite now. It's just like whatever he does, eventually, whether maybe it doesn't look like it's going to work out in the beginning. But then here we are with Lawrence at the end of the year and in the playoffs, the dude is scoring goals for us. And it's just a beautiful thing to be able to have that much confidence in the guys that are running the team, because then, we don't have to look at this like a complete finite thing, right? We don't have to look at it like, well, once Barkov and Bennett or Barkov and Kachuk are too old, the team's going to suck again. You kind of know that we're going to be in good shape for a while. And we haven't had that with any of the franchises. I think, maybe Riley with the Heat's about the only thing you can compare it to. Go ahead, Kyle.
Well, while you were talking, I was just.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk on the live stream. My bad.
No, I was saying while you were talking, I was reading the article about the biggest shocker of the NFL draft last night. The Atlanta Falcons drafting Michael Penix Jr.
Right.
After throwing 4 years and $180 million with $100 million guaranteed at Kirk Cousins. And not only did they throw all that money at Kirk Cousins, and the NFL is investigating the Falcons or Kirk for tampering. They did not tell Cousins that they were drafting Michael Penix until they were on the clock last night.
Jesus.
And Cousins' agent is obviously confused and
So Rosado says, my mom said the S word last night and I almost slapped her. Now, Rosado, I agree with Blind. It's okay to get a little hyped every once in a while, right? It'll be okay, Rosado. And Dante, in terms of Lawrence, he's got a great attitude, great approach to the game. And, again, he's another guy. I don't know if he's got a longer deal or not. I don't know. I think he was 2 years. Somebody remind me. I think we might have gotten him for 2 years, or he might have already had a couple years of term. I'm not sure. Blind Doom says Canes Cats rematch coming up. I wouldn't be surprised with that at all. I mean, look, I'm not leapfrogging the second round, but in terms of the Canes, they're going to play the Rangers, and I don't know that I trust the Rangers to be able to handle the Canes. So in terms of that end of it, if I was going to put money on it, I'd put money on the Canes right now. My preseason prediction was Canes to win the Stanley Cup. So hopefully I jinxed them like I jinxed us last year. Go ahead, Kyle.
Well,
thank you, James. Sorry, Kyle. I didn't mean to interrupt, but James answered my question. So that's another guy Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I will take a look at the current bracket that we've got right now. Right now, Florida has a 3-0 series lead over Tampa. The Bruins have a 2-1 series lead. And that game 4 will also be on Saturday.
Yeah.
Rangers versus Capitals. Rangers have the 2-0 series lead. That game is tonight.
I have a question. This is kind of, it sounds stupid, and I should probably know the answer to this, but the Panthers have not been in this position. So I was talking about it on the podcast today. Now, I'm going to assume the following statement is correct. It doesn't matter when our series ends. Nobody is going to start playing their second round games until all the first round playoff series are done. Is that correct in the first round? We've never been in this position before, so I've never been in a position to know. But what I'm trying to get to is how long we may be off from hockey if we win this game on Saturday. Yes, Bubba. Well, Bolivar says no. Bubba says yes.
So
I don't know, Bubba. That's why I'm asking. If the next matchup is set, they just go. Mike says the new team that represents the state. Oh, okay. Yeah, ask Bob. Mike says the new team that represents the state, and the team is named after the state. Go Panthers. Exactly. Don says, how's Mikula doing? Heard he got banged up in the middle of the game and went to the locker room. A bunch of people. Ekblad went, Mikula went, and Lorenz had gone to the locker room at one point. My theory there is that Lomberg has a stomach virus and he's just passing it around, and the guys are having to take a break from the game, if you catch my drift. So Jameson says that's usually how it goes, with the NHL has started game ones of the next round before a previous round has finished in recent years. Okay, so but we still would have to wait for Boston and Toronto, obviously. So what I looked at the schedule is if we play and win Saturday, we're going to play Saturday. If we win Saturday, I believe the earliest that we would be starting our next round would be Friday, even if Boston wins the next two games. So we're going to have we're going to have at least 4 or 5 days off, which would help some of these guys that got dinged and went to the locker room last night, help them get a little bit healthy, right? And maybe give Bennett an opportunity. If the Bruins and Leafs can go 7, got a good chance that gives Bennett an opportunity to come back. Although I don't know now. Now we're going to put Bennett because Lundell's so good. I'm kidding. But what a luxury to have, right? I mean, Lundell looked pretty damn good last night, right? Like Lundell right now is costing Bennett money. This injury is costing Bennett money because Bennett is a UFA after the next season. And if Lundell can do his job in the playoffs, when it comes time to sign Bennett, Zito could be like, you could play for this much money, or we'll just put Anton in there. So he's costing Bennett money right now. That's just how my mind works. There's no fixing it. Go ahead, Kyle.
Did you see Jameson's comment that said that's usually how it goes, but the NHL has started game ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, there's a tweet from George Richards an hour ago. It says the Florida Panthers will go for the you-know-what of the Lightning tomorrow, prepared for it by taking the day off. Yeah. And Maurice says no lineup changes. And why would there be?
Yeah, that's a smart way to do it. Hey, Captain Paul, how you doing, bud? Yeah. I don't want to say that yet, but right. What did Boulevard say? Proceeds to trade Lundell to the Sharks in the offseason? No, we're good. Lundell he's really even Barkov insurance, because when Barkov has been out, you just put Lundell up there. And at the very least, you're not going to lose anything defensively. Yeah, Paul, you could say that. I can't say that. William, in terms of Gadjevich, Carl just read the tweet that Maurice says no lineup changes. And yeah, give them the day off, because to me, the way to handle this game on Saturday is to just come out and expend every ounce of energy that we can, trying to bury them in an avalanche of goals, because Tampa can dominate us for about 10 minutes and then they're out of gas as far as what we've seen so far. And there's no shame in that. Their core is all 5 years older than our core, and they've got a lot of miles on them, and they got their cups. So if we just come out Saturday and just skate and skate and skate and back check, forecheck, back check, forecheck, and make them skate all up and down the ice, that'll be it. And then we'll have all the time off that we could use to recover from however much energy we have to expend on Saturday.
Yeah, so we basically have to do what we've been doing for most of the past 3 games.
Right. Yeah.
Tight D, a
right.
lot of forechecking and back checking.
Yeah, but we got to do it in the first 10 minutes of the second period, too.
No, we can just have Lorenz score another game winner.
Look, that was maddening. I mean, as I'm a Panther fan, but I can imagine as a Lightning fan, you come out and you're dominating for 10 minutes, you get a lead, and the Panthers are just like, oh, we got to play for a couple of minutes. Okay, boom, boom, we got the lead back. All right, good luck catching up. I mean, it's got to be maddening, but that's what Tampa used to do to everybody else. So they at least should recognize it, because that's what it used to be like to play against Tampa. Once Vasilevsky and company said no more goals, that was it. It wasn't happening. You know, you get a miracle goal every once in a while. Somebody had asked the question. Dante had asked about Lundell. Lundell's an RFA after the season. Do I see Zito extending him in the summer? Yes. No, I don't think they're going to hold off. To have Lundell on a cheap deal is such a benefit for this team, and you know there's money there. There's money there to pay him. He's an RFA. The thing I don't want is arbitration. Because arbitration seems to, it signals that there's a little bit of a disagreement between the two. Ben Bubba's immediately saying they're going to take Lundell to arbitration. We'll see. It's the biggest domino is Reinhart and then Montour, right? Because what Forsling did was Forsling set the whole thing. He said, I'm willing to take a whole lot less money to stay. And so if Reinhart signs and Montour goes, then, you know, you can pay Lundell what you need to pay him. But I don't think he's going to go anywhere. He's too valuable. He's too valuable. So, when is Bill coming on the show, Rosado? Which one? The fake one or the real one? I can't get a response from. I just don't want to talk about it. I'm just talking like Nadia. I'm not talking about Randy or Billy or anything like that. I'm talking about people that work for the team. They've all colluded that they don't want me to exist. They really don't want me to exist. And so we're on our own here to make this channel work, because I am not going to get help from the team so much as in a like of a tweet. It's just not going to happen. And so I've moved on from trying to reach out to people that are in the organization, and we're just going to do our own thing here, and we ain't going to go away. That's the only way I can handle it, is we're just not going to go away. And if the team don't like my takes and the other media don't like me and wants to ignore me and everything like that, tough shit. We're still going to be here. So that's my 2 cents there. Hey, thank you, Cuban. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Cuban. Thank you, bud. He says, who am I trading Knight for and what position? I'm trading Knight for Tarasenko. We have to re-sign Tarasenko. Jeez, what a luxury to have him again. Like I said, he took 5 from Ottawa. He'll take 2.5 or 3 from us. You know?
Hey, Michael Rosenblatt says, "What's up, everybody? Cats in 4. Hopefully, Jaws. I'm gonna be in Tampa for the game tomorrow. That's awesome." Hope you have a good time, Michael. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah,
John?
yeah. I'm sorry. I was reading something. So he's going. He says going to Disney. Is that what he said? That's weird. I'm not seeing that. Oh, there he is. He's way up there. I was way down. That's what it is. I'm at the bottom of the chat. You're at the top. Right? You're going to be in Tampa for the game tomorrow. Okay. Now I hear what you're saying. All right.
So
yeah. So take their lunch, Michael. Take their lunch. Right? Make them pay. What did Bolvar say? I was reading what Bolvar said, and you were telling me what Michael was saying. He says, imagine the hockey guy just comes out and says, yeah, I had all 32 GMs reach out to do an interview, and I had to turn them down because I'm taking the fam to Disney World, right? Yeah. Well, hey, look, it's all right. I like being independent. We'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Kyle.
Well, Jameson says that no look pass from Tarasenko to set up the Reinhardt goal last night was awesome.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of heavy duty good passes, good assists. Nobody's making it happen all on their own. Lundell's had some good passes, and I don't want to leave out Rodriguez. He's not showing up on the score sheet, but all he does is go into the corner and he makes everybody just wait. Like the whole rest of the team has time to get into the zone because Rodriguez goes into the corner, and it could be him against two men, and they can't get the puck away from him. It's a beautiful thing, and it's paying dividends. It's absolutely paying dividends, if for no other reason than it's just frustrating the hell out of Tampa, and you're seeing that. I don't know. You guys are watching Bally's though, right? Because somebody on the recap comment had asked me to talk about, I guess Dumba tried to hit Lundell, and I think I saw that, but CBS did not give us any replay of anything like that. I think what he was talking about was, I think I saw Dumba try to go for a hit on Lundell, and then Lundell moved and Dumba just smashed into the boards. But we don't get Bally's here, so stuff like that, TBS isn't showing the replays and breaking it down for us.
So Colin was asking for
no, I'm sorry, Kyle, but Volvar is asking if we could trade Spencer Knight to the Golden Knights because his name fits the team. Absolutely not. You guys have already got all the help from us you're gonna get. Damn it.
Colin
Go ahead,
was
Kyle. I'm
asking
sorry.
It's okay. Colin was asking for our takeaways from last night, and I'll say Panthers defense continues to frustrate the living hell out of our opponents. We still have those god awful 8 to 10 minutes during the second periods, and Lundell, Lorenz, Okposo, and Cousins all came in clutch.
Yeah. We got a team full of clutch guys. There's no doubt. And we still got to finish. We absolutely have to finish this. You don't want to give Tampa, you don't want to give them a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know if we lose, we could win at home. But there's no reason why we should have to play that extra game and take the chance on somebody else getting hurt or anything like that. If we come out Saturday and we just make up our mind that we are going to just, really turn on that extra gear, we should be able to win this game, because Tampa's, while they have all the talent in the world, they just can't keep up with the depth that we have in the four lines, and just keep coming and coming and coming. And they're very, very frustrating. You can see that. And I'm sure Cooper is going to have some kind of an answer, right? And that's the other thing, is that I'm sure, don't leave out Cooper here too, okay? That's one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the league, to be honest. And, He's going to be watching film, and if there is something strategically that he can do, he's going to do it. Now, what Craig is saying is the other end to that. Tampa looked cooked last night when the camera showed their bench. There's this series is coming down to physical ability at this point. So I don't know how much Cooper can change and do, but they got to be real frustrated. They get 4 power plays, we get none, and we still win the game.
So Hungry Xenomorph says the ice last night made for some interesting viewing. There was a moment where Dumble looked like a Scooby-Doo character on defense. So like when they're running in place.
Yeah, they had a whole thing before the game about the ice, and I guess Cooper wasn't happy about it because the ice was bad and what's their offensive zone for the 2 times.
Kenneth says, imagine the first Stanley Cup Finals rematch since Detroit-Pittsburgh. There's a long way to go. I'm hoping someone will take out Vegas
please,
before
somebody beat Vegas. God, come on now. Please. You know, yeah. I'm not afraid of Vegas, and we got our own business to tend to. We'll worry about that when we get to that. You know, we got to win Saturday, and then look. I mean, in the second round, we either got to play a team we beat last year or a team we beat last year. You know what I mean? So, you know, Tampa has played us during the regular season, but they have not played us in the playoffs. So they may be they might have been a little bit surprised by just how well we can turn it on. We ain't sneaking up on Boston or Toronto, you know. And I can't go ahead, Kyle.
Good. Cliffhanger says, under Bill Zito, what is the best trade deadline group in your opinion?
Wait, what's the question?
Under Bill Zito, what's the best trade deadline in your opinion?
That's a good question. Well, I know which one is the worst, right? We're not gonna bring up Owen Tippett here today. So you're not getting me going there. Last year we did nothing because we got Duclair back and we really did nothing. I think this one, I mean, look, Okpozo's paying dividends, no doubt, but getting Tarasenko for a bucket of golf balls, this one, because not only is he helping out now, if we can re-sign him, adding him to the mix, the only person that's not going to like that is Mackie Samoskevich. Okay, you know,
they'll never call me up.
Exactly. Where's he going to play, right? You know, so even if you move Rodriguez to sign Tarasenko, you still, you know, it's still a numbers game. So, but that's a ways off. We'll see. But I would have to say this one, you know, getting Tarasenko in there. You know, I didn't want to mess with the juju. We were doing really well, fine. But I know he's not getting a goal every night, but he does make that top line just a little bit more dangerous. Because now Barkov can give it. Barkov's got Tarasenko and Rahegi, and Reinhart, and that's just a dangerous combination. You can't stop all 3 of those guys. Somebody's getting open. Somebody's going to make something happen.
So, I just want to point out that in the Eastern Conference, every single series is so far one team running the table except for Boston and Toronto. And in the West, it's all tied at 1-1.
Yeah.
Except
the team that shall not be named. And Ken was saying, I can't imagine Stolar sees a game if Florida keeps rolling. I mean, yeah, I mean, we had the 4 overtime game last year, and they still played Bob the next game. Even Carolina went to Ranta, right? But we ended that game and we're like, we're going to play Lion in game 2, right? And there was Bubba out there, and we just kept winning. So I don't think Bob wants to come off. And really, at this point, if we win Saturday, it's going to be like a week off in between games. So Kyle, we're going to have to stream the Western Conference, I guess. Yeah, I know he'd like that one. We'll have to start the streams at 10:30 again.
So Colin says, speaking that, Colin asks if we'll be streaming any games tonight.
We're going to take tonight off.
Yeah,
we're going to take tonight off. We thought about it. Mainly because tomorrow is 2 games. Tomorrow is Panthers at 5 and then Boston at 8. So by the time that's 4 till by the time we're done, that's going to be a 7 or 8 hour stream. So we kind of thought about it, and we kind of wanted a little bit of a night off tonight, help my eyes out, keep us fresh because we've got a lot more coming. Go ahead, Kyle.
If the Panthers can take the day off, so can we.
No, exactly. Craig says Red Bull. That's not my problem. My problem is not getting up to do it. My problem is when what I did to get up to do it wears off and the havoc that it wreaks on my body the next day. That's my problem. But yeah, we'll take tonight off because we've got 2 on Saturday, and then let's look at Sunday, Kyle. Let's look at Sunday while we're doing this because we know we're not playing Sunday, right? So let me look at what Sundays is.
I got it right here.
Go ahead.
Okay, get this. Sunday, there is a game at 2:30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's Winnipeg at Colorado.
Hey, Kyle, want to do 4 on Sunday?
No.
Come on, Kyle. Let's do 4.
You're talking about the Sunday after the 2-game day, right?
That's what I'm talking about. No, we're not going to do 4. There's Jets Avalanche at 2:30. There's Canucks Preds at 5. Rangers Capitals at 8 and Oilers Kings at 10:30. I would suspect that what we will probably try to do is another double. Probably try to do Canucks Preds and then Rangers Capitals, Kyle. Or do you want to do 2 Western Conference teams? And see, they want us to do 4. But Zoom says max 2. What's Monday? Let's look at Monday and we'll see. We'll go. Okay. Oh, shit. The Panthers play on Monday. No, we don't. We won't have to play. You know what? Why don't we make the decision when we know if we won on Saturday or not?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? Because if we win Saturday, the only 2 games on Monday are Stars and Knights and Panthers Lightning. So if we win Saturday, that's off the table. So let's just see how we go on Saturday to decide what we're going to do on Sunday. All right. Because if we're off completely on Monday, then Sunday we could do another double. All right. Because the Leafs and Bruins don't play again until Tuesday. They get days off. So, and unfortunately, for us, because I wouldn't have minded calling a Canes Islanders game, they play just a half hour later than the Leafs and Bruins do on Tuesday. So let's just see how it goes.
Okay.
Mason says stream all 4. Oh, that would be I tell you what, before the series started, my dumbass would have said if the Panthers win all 4 games, I'm not going to say the word, but I would have said if we win all 4 games, we'll stream all 4 games on Sunday. I would have made that deal. And then Kyle would have tried to move out. I have him hostage. It's me or your mother, kid. All right, here, watch this. Kyle.
What?
Here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
If you had to choose streaming all 4 games on Sunday or going to live with your mother, your choice would be?
Come on, come on.
Oh, geez. It'll be all right, Kyle. It'll be all right. We're gonna win Saturday, and that's the thing. If we win Saturday, there won't be any Panther games for a week, right? So we'll have to we'll have to figure something out. We'll have to figure something out. John says we can play a 20-minute first period, skip the second period, and then have a 40-minute right. Yeah. That's okay. Kyle can take it. Kyle can take it.
If the Panthers do win on Saturday, I'm hoping that maybe the circumstances will allow, Panthers are going to get all the time off, and there's obviously Bruins Leafs games still yet to go.
Well, that's what I just said. They don't play again until Tuesday, though. They don't play again until Tuesday. So unless we want to stream the Vegas game on Monday, well, we might be off. If we win Saturday, we're going to be off Monday unless we want to stream the Vegas game, which I don't know I could stomach that, because I don't trust I don't trust Dallas not to make us sit there and have to watch some 5-0 ass whooping, and I've seen enough of that team. John's got a good question. He says, how much do I think Montour will ask to re-sign? Yeah, I don't know. What I know is that he certainly would have wanted more than what Forsling agreed to take. And how can Montour go to the team and say he's worth more than Forsling, right? So there's that. I mean, we can give him 6. We can give him 6. You can't really give him much more than that, because you're going to have to give Reinhart something between 9 and 10 to keep him. I don't know if you're going to give Reinhart more than Tkachuk. Hopefully you can at least get him for equal to what you paid for Tkachuk. And then, you have so many considerations we've talked about. You have so many considerations later on next season. I love Brandon Montour. He scores big goals for us. But like we always say, man, you're not going to be able to keep everybody. And yeah, like Craig is saying, 5x5 max for Montour. I don't disagree with you. I don't know if he'll stay for that. I think if you can do it, if you can sign Reinhart and Montour, and you can do it while giving Montour 6, I think you do it. Is it a little bit of an overpay? Yes. Are we trying to win a cup right now? Yes. And like we've talked about, it depends on if we win a cup too, right? There's that aspect. So, and yeah, James said Montour is 30. Yeah, 5. I wouldn't give him 5 years at 6. I will give him 3 years, but then again, it all comes back down to, okay, well, have you had discussions with Aaron Ekblad? Are you looking forward and going, well, we know we're going to lose Ekblad, so we got to pay Montour to stay? It's a giant Jenga pile, and only Bill knows the answers to that. Only guys who know the answers to that question are Bill Zito and Mike from Publix, because Mike from Publix is the one that has to hand out all the free subs when these contracts get signed. So we could ask Mike at Publix, but I don't have his number. John says, put my Panthers in order of importance to re-sign. Oh boy. Well, obviously Reinhart. I'm not going to include Lundell because he's an RFA, and I think he's a foregone conclusion that he's going to stay. So Reinhart, to be honest with you, Reinhart, Verhaeghe, Bennett, Montour, Ekblad. I have a hard time with the Montour Ekblad thing, because I'm including next year too, because what we do now affects next year. And I don't want to be like, yay, we signed Brandon Montour, and whoops, we forgot Carter Verhaeghe needs a deal. You know what I mean? So there's that. All right, Kenneth, appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, we're going to take the night off. Kyle will be happy. And I don't think we'll stream all 4. Don't worry, Sunday. don't worry. I'm not going to make you stream 4. Have we done 3? We did 3 football games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done 3 football playoff games, but we haven't done 3 hockey games. Hockey's a little bit harder on my eyes because of all the white. And that's kind of true. Even for Kyle, by the end of a second game, he's like, I can't see. You know, we're having really, really bad pollen around here. My eyes have been burning all day, so that's kind of another reason. IDK, yeah, we do get more cap space next year. Well, the cap's going to go up $4 million. So that does give us some flexibility. Like, that's why I keep saying there's money there. We could give Reinhart 9. Like, we could overpay for guys, but we're going to lose somebody at some point. Unless, like I said, unless everybody signs a Gustav Forsling contract where the whole league is like, he signed for what? Unless everybody does that, somebody is going. So who that somebody's going to be, as long as it's not like Bolvar asked, as long as it's not trading Spencer Knight to the Golden Knights, because I wouldn't want to keep him. I don't want to give him to the Eastern Conference. We've already supplied half the Atlantic with their possible future goalies, or at least their temporary goalies, right? Montembeault, Levi, Lyon. I mean, we've already supplied almost half the division, and I seen what Dangle was talking about, how Samsonov is a free agent next year, and so if you don't think they might knock on Stolar's door, right? You see what I'm saying? That's a win-win from them. They can give Stolar some money and steal him from us, and that's a win-win from them. So, yeah, exactly. John says, nice problems to have with this roster. I agree. Yep. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for us for today. Kyle's going to fall asleep on the couch over there. I got to give Kyle a day off. That's it. He's good. How come it's the 25-year-old that's going to crash and it's the 52-year-old that's ready to go? Kyle, what's that about? Come on. And you don't even have a girlfriend to take your energy. Huh? What's the deal?
The 52-year-old wants to reach 8,000.
Oh, and you don't? How do you think we pay for your steaks? All those steaks Karen bought you.
I'm saying you're so focused. You're so focused in all day, every day, and
true. Yeah. John, I fed him lunch before I came up here, and Fluffy is outside enjoying the nice, what have we got, like a high of 58 today or something, and sunny. So he's just outside loving his weather. So yeah, AJC, 8,000 giveaway. I know I need to get those packages out. Thank you for reminding me that. I'm trying to remember, guys. I'm really bad about it. I apologize. I will do the best I can to start getting some stuff out this weekend. All right, everybody. Appreciate all the support. Thank you all again. And we won't see you tonight because Kyle would beat me over the head with a fish if I made him work again tonight.
Good night.
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye, Kyle.